Hello everyone, my name is Faiz Ahmed, and today I'm going to be showcasing you a chatbot that we made here in Vertify Lab using NA10, Google Calendar, Google Sheets, and Google Docs. And for caching, we use Redis. So let's get right into it. Okay, so to start off, let's talk about what we did here in a very brief manner. So we tried to design the whole chatbot, keeping in mind for businesses that handles a lot of incoming leads. For example, lawyer firm that almost always receives a lot of leads from customers, so they have to handle a lot of bookings and rescheduling and whatnot. Another example can be a dental clinic. They always receive incoming leads, and they have to handle booking and reschedulement in a daily manner. So that's what we kept in our mind and designed it for our own Vertify Lab website. So let's get right into it. So what we did here, in short, if I say, we tried to implement rate limiting so that we don't receive a lot of spam messages. We tried to implement some helper functions to specify some task here. We kept a QA section where the bot handles queries from clients, such as like business logics or services and whatnot, all that QA stuff. Then the obvious part, booking, rescheduling, and cancellation. So let's get right into it. So to start off, at first, the bot receives the text messages from a client, for example. It first checks for rate limiting. Is the client sending a lot of messages, like spam messages, in a consecutive manner in a very short time? If it exceeds a certain amount, for example, 10 messages, the bot puts a timer on the session so that the particular person or the client or the user is not able to spam us with spam messages. So right after that, the bot tries to check for if the message is about cancellation. If not, then it goes for rescheduling. If it's about cancellation, it just goes to the cancellation execution. That's all. We'll get right into it later on. So then the helper functions works on some data that that the bot receives from the client or the user. And then if it's about booking, the bot the whole workflow or goes to the booking section. If it's about queries, then it goes through the query section. If it's about rescheduling, it goes to the rescheduling logic, or cancellation for the cancellation logic. It's very simple, in a very simple manner. So let's talk about how or what the helper functions are doing. For example, we have a time converter. Since we are working from a different time zone, we are working from Bangladesh, so our time zone is not going to be similar with the other countries, people from other countries. So we put a time converter so that people from other countries, if tries to book, for example, from say Toronto 1 p.m., they want to book an appointment at that time, the helper function converts it to our own timeline, so that it helps us to keep track on when the meeting is about to take place. Then we have a merge booking state. This whole part is basically keeping the whole state of the session. So that's where our caching is working. We are using Redis for that. And also every time a session ends, we are deleting the session so that it doesn't clogs up our whole Redis database. So we try to keep it efficient as much as possible. So with that out of the way, right after that, if someone, say for example, wants to know about some services about our business. So what the whole chatbot does is that we have a doc file which has the business logic behind it, and it fetches the whole doc file from whole business logic from the doc file, and just summarizes the whole thing and pinpoints what the client or the user needs and delivers it on that. So we try to design the whole thing in such a manner that we don't have to use a lot of tokens, so that our costs don't go up and we can maximize our output for the whole business. So if anyone wants to book an appointment to say for example know about our services or for custom services from us, the whole bot can handle that through conversation. So basically it will just go to our Google Calendar and creates an event there alongside the client's name and email. And we also have a with logger. Basically we try to implement the whole logging of the conversation and whatnot using Google Excel, Google Sheets, for our easy understanding. For example, here the whole logger logs the whole conversation or appointments through Google Sheets, so that we can easily understand what's going on and when is our appointment taking place. Moving on, we have a reschedule logic where if a particular user or a client wants to reschedule his appointment, the bot can also handle that in a different session as well. And same goes for the cancellation. So with that out of the way, let's look at a live demo. Okay, so let's say we are a client from Canada, Toronto, and we are just looking for some FAQs. Okay, so for example, hi. I am looking for some information about your services. So you can see the workflow is executing and it's going to take a path through here, and it's going to fetch data from our business logic and it's going to output it to us like this way. So these are our services that we usually provide. So the chatbot is actually presenting it in a very concise way. So let's say we want to book an appointment. So I want to book an appointment with you. Okay. So as I said before, it's going to check for cancellation and then rescheduling. Since it couldn't find any cancellation or rescheduling prompt, it straight up went to the booking prompt. Okay, so now it's asking for our email. So let's say for example jack@gmail.com. Jack Black. Okay, so it's asking for the date that we want to set an appointment to. So today is 3rd of April. So say for example for our 4th. So 4th April 2026 at say 10 a.m. Toronto time. So one of the cool things over here is that right after booking the appointment, it sets the logs into our Google Sheets. I'm going to show you an example over here. So here's the one. There you go. It came online. So as you can see, we kept some columns. We have session ID, we have the booking ID, we have event IDs. These are basically our appointment on Google Calendar. That's the event ID. We have the session date time, the session that took place, the name of the client, email, appointment date, appointment time. This is basically on our Bangladesh time, and the booking status, and finally the client's actual date time. So the client asked for 10 a.m. This is basically 24-hour format. So 10 a.m. time zone is Toronto, and it's a short note on what happened here. So as you can see, it's working. Let's see if our Google Calendar works. So yeah, it's working. There you go. So we have seen the booking part and the Q&A. So let's see if we can reschedule our appointment. So say for example we're going to start another sessions, because people usually don't continue their the session that they booked. So say for example, hi, I want to schedule a meeting with you. So the bot is going to ask for our booking ID, because we are sorting through booking IDs. So here, so let's go and see. This is the booking ID. So if we give the booking ID to the bot, it's going to search for this particular row, searching through booking IDs. So here. So yeah, the bot actually found our booking. So it's asking for a new date and a new time, and also a time zone and city or country, whatever it is. So let's say we want to shift our appointment date to 5th April. So 5th of April 26. How about 12 p.m. Toronto time? Okay, let's say London time. Or maybe Sydney. Hopefully I didn't make a mistake. So a particular thing you can see here is that the path actually took from reschedule logic to the booking logic. So let me clarify here. So the reschedule logic over here is basically prompts, and what we are doing here is that rescheduling is basically booking, right? So we are rerouting our booking to another date. So that's why it has a new path from reschedule logic to the booking logic. So that's how we did it. So let's see if it works or not. So yeah, we had our appointment date on 4th, and it rescheduled to the 5th. Here you can see. Let's see if it logged correctly or not. Jack Black, 8 a.m. rescheduled, as you can see the booking status, and the time changed to Sydney time. Client time 12 p.m. and a short note. So yeah, our rescheduling also works. So next on, let's see if we can cancel our booking. Okay, so we want to cancel our booking. So let's start a new session. I want to cancel one of my appointments. So another cool thing of our chatbot here is that since we are sorting or searching through booking ID, if a particular client or user have multiple appointments on a single day, they can actually cancel a particular appointment on that day using the booking ID. That's why we chose this particular architecture for our chatbot. Okay, so since we want to cancel our appointment, the chatbot is asking for a booking ID as usual. We're going to give it over here. So yeah, the chatbot actually found our booking and is asking for a confirmation that if we really want to cancel or not. So yes, we want to cancel. Yes. Okay, successfully cancel our appointment. So let's see if it actually worked. Okay, yeah, it actually worked. 5th, nothing. Let's check our logins. Check back, cancelled. Yep, and a short note, cancelled on this date and this time. So as you can see, our Q&A, booking, rescheduling, and the cancel logic actually works like this. Okay, so in conclusion, as you can see, we have made a very simple yet really strong working chatbot, which can be implemented in real life scenarios. I would like to discuss about some problems we actually faced while trying to make this chatbot. So one of the problems we faced was trying to save the state of our conversation, or the what we were talking about or a client was talking about, and we were struggling with that. So we solved that issue using Redis, which is basically merging the booking states into Redis and then later on deleting the booking state so that it saves us space. Another problem we faced was trying to reschedule on another session and trying to book on another session. So the issue was that when we booked, or if an user tried to book an appointment on one session and try to reschedule or cancel on another session, the chatbot would get confused and wouldn't sort or find the particular appointment through our logger or Google Events. So we solved that using booking ID, which is really simplified way. So it just searches the booking ID, and through here he gets all the information he needs, and we also can see it. So that's how we solved it. So is there any improvement here? Of course, we can actually improve a lot over here. We can add a lot of things over here. Things like, since we are like searching through booking ID, we can actually implement another part here. Say for example, the Gmail part, where right after appointment booking, the chatbot would actually automatically send an email where like pre-made email where the booking ID will be there, so that the customer can, or the user or client or whatever you want to call it, would actually get the information and can actually use that information to reschedule or cancel. We can also plug in WhatsApp, Instagram, and or even WordPress websites through here, so that you can actually book appointments through different social medias or mediums of communication. So yeah, hope you liked our demo, and thanks for watching our demo over here. Thank you.